from 1992 to 1996, you worked with Ben Stiller quite a bit, working on the Ben Stiller Show from 92 to 93, and then starring Reality Bites in 94, and then my all-time favorite, Cable Guy, in 96.
I worked with Judd and Ben on other things that did not get made. Like I wrote a movie that was close to getting made and called Spies and Innkeepers. So it got greenlit, and then it didn't, and then it got greenlit again. And it was like one of those things that could change your life, but it didn't. At the same time, they did Cable Guy, and they had a basketball scene, and I was playing a lot of ball at the time. I was.
Yeah. No, I'm laughing at it as a classic scene. It was, yes.
Joel Murray is in that scene, and Joel and I were on some sort of. Joel had organized. That's Bill Murray's brother, Joel. Very good actor, very good. He's on a ton of stuff, really good stuff. And so he had organized sort of a Second City team of people who had been in Second City, and so we had this like little team, and we got together and played, and we just played like every week, and it was really fun. And I guess Ben was like, well, why don't you guys just do this? We have a basketball scene, so why don't you come in and do the scene? Yeah. So I got to have a shot with Jim Carrey, which was really fun.
Going from Reality Bites to the Cable Guy, Reality Bites seemed to be like significantly more on an independent level than the Cable Guy. Was there a noticeable difference from the set?
Judd and Ben rewrote the script for Cable Guy, right? So that's a reflection of their where they were at the moment in comedy, right? Where Judd and Ben as writers, producers, and then Ben as a director, that's their kind of vision. Reality Bites was written by a really great writer, Helen Childress, who Ben still admires. She had written this script. It was with Jersey Films, which was with Stacey Sher, was one of the producers, and Danny DeVito. And yeah, I think they liked it because it had that, she was from Houston, and she said it in Houston. And I think that's what they liked about it. That was Helen's sort of vision. And interestingly enough, I ended up doing a show in Texas with the creator of this of a show with these three guys in Austin. I did a show called Austin Stories, which reminded me very much of Reality Bites, but a few years later. I did it in 97. We did 13 episodes. Again, this was for MTV, believe it or not. And that was like a single camera show, slice of life show about these slackers in Austin. It was really fun, and the people in it were really good, very ahead of its time type of show. And I think, that's what Helen's thing was. And I think Ben, what he tried to do with it, what he added to it was that wasn't there like a trial that was going on with a child star? That's Ben. Okay. So he sort of married a Ben look at sort of a comical look at contemporary life, because he was blending the agent character that he was, or whatever, within the world of these coming of age, people, this Gen X, whatever, the millennials. I think they were millennials at that time. So Helen's like this millennial person writing about her generation, kind of like, Girls years later. Mm-hmm. So they're very different movies, right? So one's a very high concept movie with Jim Carrey, which was kind of, and the other one is a very sort of lo-fi movie. Yeah. And I don't think either one of them would be made anymore by a studio.
Yeah, definitely.
You brought up earlier how, like you said, originally you wanted to be an actor, and of course it led into your love for writing. But you did get to do some acting, and you brought up the name Jim Carrey earlier, and of course you're in the classic basketball scene in The Cable Guy, watching Jim Carrey ridiculously warm up for the game. He's known for really getting all the way. Talk about method. He gets into his roles. 100%. What was it like working with him on set and playing an iconic character like The Cable Guy?
I always felt like when you do comedy that you have to approach it like that. That's not like bizarre for me, for somebody to go all in, right? Yeah. And be like, this is my character. And because I came from a world where you create your characters, It's like the way an actor creates a character, right? I mean, that's what he's doing, right? He gets all in, and Ben is the same way, you know. It's like that's the way, and I appreciated the approach that Ben took, the seriousness that he took about comedy. It's just funny, right? That he and I were very serious about comedy, and so is Jim Carrey. Like it wasn't, yeah, he's really funny and he knows what's funny, but he's serious about it, right? So I wanted to match his intensity, right? So I had to create my own straight man character, right? Whatever it is, like it's pretty much just like, you know, a guy who's really way too serious about basketball. And he's doing this thing and it's like really funny, but it's like he's all in. He's in it.
Yeah.
I love that, man.
And that was his first time kind of dipping his toes in a darker side of comedy.
Yeah.
So
Other than in Living Color.
okay.
I'm just saying. Come on. Yo.
Why don't you subscribe? It'll last longer.